Alrighty, you all asked for it. Well, here it is, my deck list of Dino post Wild Survivors. Now, Wild Survivors was an incredibly important set to Dinos. It gave us one of the best Xyz monsters for the deck, and it gave us a whole lot better extension. And, obviously, it gave us reprints of basically the entire Dino core. So, one of the best. Now, this is going to be just a deck list and then a couple test hands. If you want to see me playing with a deck that's essentially exactly this, minus some of the newest cards, you can catch that on me playing Master Duel. It happens every so often. At the moment, though, my computer's having a lot of issues, so I haven't been able to play it recently. But if you want to, you can add me as a friend. I'll put my friend code down in the description, and if you want, you can send me an invitation to duel whenever. So, without any further ado, let's get into the deck list. Starting, we have 2 copies of Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. Pretty basic. I am looking into getting the collector rare version. Sorry if the video's really poor quality right now. I don't know why that's happening. But yeah, so still 2 of the boss monster, incredibly important to the deck. Then, moving on, we still have 3 copies of Soul Eating Oviraptor, obviously the deck's main starter and best searcher. Continuing on, we have 1 copy of Miscellaneousaurus, so obviously we can only have 1 copy of Misk. Please at least put it back to 2. If it was at 2, there would be no issue. But I will actually show you how we can get around Misk being limited. So, moving on, we obviously have 3 copies of Baby Cerosaurus, Baby being the best extension in the deck because it is not at all once per turn. Moving on, we have 2 copies of Animadorned Archosaur. So, as I said in the So You Want to Play Dino video, you're probably only gonna resolve 1 in any given duel, so I mainly have the other one as a small world bridge. Then, moving on with the remaining babies, we have 3 copies of Petite Pteranodon, so I'm just going to organize this a bit more. So, Petite Pteranodon at 3, a lot of people find that blasphemous when I tell them, but the deck actually has a lot of great targets. So, in addition to the new Xenometeorus, we also have, obviously, Pank. And then we have all of the level 4s, such as the Scrap Monsters, the Soul Eating Oviraptors, just about anything else that you could imagine, you can summon with Petite Pteranodon. The only thing is I normally keep Petite Pteranodon till the end of the combo, and then I choose to use his effect. Moving on, we have Giant Rex, we have Dino Wrestler Pancratops. So both of these are monsters that can be summoned by Petite Pteranodon, and generally by this point in the combo, yes, I am summoning out Giant Rex. And then Pank, obviously he's a dinosaur monster, he's fully searchable, so there's no reason not to run Pank. Now, moving on, a very controversial pick, we have the entire Scrap Engine, 2 Raptor, 1 Chimera, and 1 Fridge. So I run the full scrap package. You can easily substitute it with more copies of Small World or Prosby or any other kind of consistency cards, or hell, even cards that I have in the side deck you could put in the main deck instead. I'm just choosing to play the scrap package because I find it really great for extension. Then moving on, we have 2 copies of Xenometeorus. Now, Meteorus has 2 really good targets in the deck that I'm about to show you, but I'm going to show you why he's probably the best thing to happen to Dino in years. So if I can just get my camera to focus. So the reason that he's the best thing to happen to Dinos in a while is because he's a high-level tuner, which can special summon itself from the hand, which is something that not a lot of cards in the Dino deck can do. And the fact that he can then destroy more cards you control and keep the combo going, he's one of the best extension pieces in the deck. That has actually seemed to get my camera to focus a little better. It's just going to make the cards a little harder to read from here. But I did say that he has 2 good targets in the deck, and the one that everyone is thinking of is Frostosaurus. Now, I do only have the rare version. I'm looking into getting a ultimate rare, but for the moment this will do. And the other one is generally people will go with a Megalo Smasher X for the level 4, but I go with Sabersaurus. So this gives me rank 6 options and Synchro 10s. So I'll show you what Synchro 10 I mean, and I unfortunately do not mean Baron de Fleur, but maybe that can change with the rarity collection coming out. Then moving on, with the last 2 monsters we have in the deck, we have 2 copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. Now you could replace these with any other hand traps. I choose Ash because Ash has come back with a vengeance this format. Oh, actually, I wanted to give a quick shout out to Inkbros Gaming for giving my Dino video, a shout in their last vlog. They're trying to get that vlog to 2,000 views and 200 comments. So if we can send as much positivity their way, that'd be awesome. Go subscribe to their videos as well. They make amazing Yu-Gi-Oh! Vlogs. Alright, so moving on to spells, because we do not have any traps in the main board. We have 3 copies of Lost World. So once again, pretty standard to have 3 copies of the field spell. And we have 1 copy of Terraforming. I got this. This is from Battles of Legend Monstrous Revenge. It's a secret rare. The cheapest secret rare that I'd seen on eBay before that was like $12 because TCG Player doesn't ship to Australia, so I can't get the cheap shit from there. Anyway, moving on, we have 2 copies of Double Evolution Pill. So once again, you're probably only going to use 1, but it's always helpful to have the other one. So moving on, obviously 3 copies of Fossil Dig. I did get a collector's rare one, but I traded it for just a bunch of cards, and then also... No, actually, I traded someone for that, but then someone bought that off me because I needed the money. But I just have the ultra rare ones from Brothers of Legend, which honestly is probably my favorite printing. So, yeah. Alright. Then we have our 3 one-ofs. We have Dark Hole, a good going second card, and also just a good combo piece, because if you summon Baby Cerosaurus while Lost World is on the field, activate Dark Hole, tries to destroy the token, and it does destroy the baby. You protect the token with the baby in deck. You can activate 2 babies at the same time, and then just keep going from there, because you can add Misc, you can add, well, you can summon, I don't know, Scrap Raptor and, what's his name? Soul Eating Oviraptor, or better yet, just summon another baby. Like, it keeps going on from there. So I'll actually show you that as one of the 3-card combos that I have. So moving on, we have Monster Reborn. Again, this is mainly just meant to be like a semi-budget deck because I don't have a ton of money to spend on cards like Pot of Prosperity and stuff like that. So we have Monster Reborn and we have Call by the Grave. So once again, it's pretty standard one-ofs in the deck. And then we have 2 copies of Small World. Why only 2? Well, because I replaced my... what was it? I put the 3rd copy of Petit Pteranodon in the deck instead of having a 3rd Lost World. So, yeah. You'll notice that in the So You Want to Play Dino video, I had 3 Small World. Here I only have 2 because while it is a really good bridge, opening the exact right dino to go into the exact right dino at the end can be a little bit cumbersome. But yeah, so that's the 40-card main. Now going on to the extra deck, we have a full 15-card extra deck built up primarily of Link and Xyz monsters, but then we do have a couple Synchro monsters. So it's Link Karibo. So Link Karibo is really good at just getting Animadorned Archosaur off the field, and it does give you a non-dino in the grave once you link this off for Scrap Wyvern. So, yeah, you have ideally Animadorned Archosaur and a Scrap monster on the field, then you link both of them away you link the Animadorned Archosaur away for Link Karibo, and then you link that with the Scrap monster away for Scrap Wyvern. And by that point, you'll then have a dino and a non-dino in the grave for your Double Evolution Pill. So even if your opponent stops your combo there, you at least have a Double Evolution Pill to fall back on. So there we have that. And then from here, we don't go into a Link 3, we go into an Appaloosa Bow of the Goddess. So by that point, you'll have him, you'll have Scrap Wyvern, Scrap Raptor, and Scrap Golem on your side of the field, ideally. Sorry. and by that point you will have used Golem's effect, so you can link all of them off into Appaloosa. Appaloosa technically would have 2400 attack, but because Lost World gets rid of 500 attack, and she has to lose exactly 800 attack for her effect, you do actually only get 2 negates out of her, but it's not like she's on 1600 attack and your opponent can just attack over with a Fallen Valvez. So yeah. Moving on, we do actually have a link 3. If you go second, we have a Nightmare Unicorn, and then you would link that into an access code talker. So instead of a first turn access code like I did with the last one, we instead have a first turn Appaloosa and a second turn access code. So, yep. Then, of course, we do still have the Borrow Code Dragon, because when you summon Xenometeorus and use his effect, you can't actually summon anything like a Nightmare Unicorn or Appaloosa for the rest of the turn. You can only summon Dragon, Dino, Sea Serpent, and Worm monsters. So I do have Borrow Code Dragon and Topologic Bomber Dragon. Can't use Gumbler because he's banned. Rightfully so, I would say. Then, that's all we have for Link monsters. Moving on, we do still run the Abyss Dweller. You can swap this out for a Biguska, an Evil Swarm X Dawn Knight, any kind of disruption on your opponent's turn that isn't this. I mainly chose this because it is a Sea Serpent, so you can still summon it after you use Xenometeorus' effect. Then we have a Volzar Lagia and Dolka, so pretty standard. We have a Volzar Solder. Now, if I had a better rank 6 monster, I would put that in there, but yeah. Then we have Transcendosaurus Drellignathus. Now, this is a card that when I played this at a locals I went to recently, someone said, wow, people are actually playing that, and I found out that a lot of people aren't actually playing the Transcendosaurus monsters, they're just playing Xenometeorus to get into further plays. Personally, I love Drellignathus because when he's summoned, nothing happens, but if you then remove an Xyz material, you can special summon your banished Misk back to your field. Then, if you want, you can link or Xyz the Misk away, and then next turn you can use Misk's second effect. You can't use his first effect to make all your dinos invulnerable, but yeah. And then, if you're going second, you can summon a Zeus. So, yeah, I think that having Zeus in this deck is really good. I've never once seen him, but yeah. So that's all the Xyz monsters. Now, you'll notice that we have 2 Synchros, because I'm not running Ground Zeno because, again, this is a budget deck and I don't have Ground Zeno, but we do have Borrowed Savage, so exact same as last time, and Sword Soul Supreme Sovereign Chengying, good old Chengus. So, hold on, let me... Okay, so for some reason that's working. Oh wait, will that work without... Yeah, okay, cool. So, alright. So Chengying, he's a level 10 Synchro, he's a worm, so I can still summon him after I use Xenometeorus' effect, and yeah, it's just really good to have him. He's a really good either going second or recovery card. So, yeah. For each banished card, this card gains 100 attack and defense, and monsters your opponent controls lose 100 attack and defense. If he would be destroyed by a card effect, banish a card from your graveyard instead. So, if a card is banished, you can banish 1 card from your opponent's field and graveyard. So, that just powers him up even more and makes it further unlikely that he's going to get destroyed by battle. So, he has full protection from destruction, as long as you have cards in your graveyard, which, trust me, this deck burns through cards like nothing else. So, yeah, that's the extra deck. Alright, so, starting, we have 3 copies of Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. So, I find Ghost Ogre a really good hand trap to put in the side deck. And if you want, you can even put in an E-Telly. So, yeah. And, I mean, if you want, you can replace any of the dinos that any of the cards that I have in the extra deck with a level 7 Synchro. So, yeah. And then for going second, we have 3 copies of Cosmic Cyclone. We have 2 copies of Dark Hole. So Dark Hole primarily meant for, again, going second, but if you want, you can put it in for more combo pieces. Harpy's Feather Duster, just in case. So after all that, now we have the traps finally. We have 3 copies of Evenly Matched, and then we have 1 copy of Infinite Impermanence. So it's mainly, obviously, again, all of this is going second, except this. 2 copies of Solemn Judgment. So, yeah, that's the side. It's very simple. It's very, I wouldn't say there's a whole lot of unnecessary space in there. There's just cards that I actually have sided in anytime that I've like felt the need to. So yeah, moving on to the test hands. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so pretty. Ooh, actually, this is sick. Alright, so start with Misk. So nothing can be targeted. Nothing can be affected, rather. So normal summon, Ovi. Ovi effect to add. Where is he? DeBaby. Misk effect engrave, banishing itself. Do you like a little swamp fire there? So Misk banish itself to summon. Animadorned Archosaur. So Animadorned Archosaur will pop the baby to summon out from the deck, or rather to add Double Evolution Pill. That's a step I always forget because I'm always focused on summoning another baby. Alright, now we link Animadorned Archosaur into Link Karibo. Alright, so all the way like that. And then activate the effect of Soul Eating, pop this baby to summon back the original baby. Then this baby's effect will summon out from the deck. Scrap Raptor. Now, activate the effect of Scrap Raptor. Pop the baby, summon out from the deck. Yeah, the baby. No. Summon out Petite Pteranodon. Now activate the effect of now link rather. So Scrap Raptor gives me an additional normal summon of a Scrap monster. So I'll summon Scrap Wyvern. Scrap Wyvern effect, bring back Scrap Raptor, and then destroy him. Now 2 effects will go off at once: Scrap Wyvern and Scrap Raptor, in that order. So Scrap Raptor will add from my deck to my hand Scrap Chimera, and Scrap Wyvern will special summon out Scrap Golem. Now the effect of Golem will now the effect of Wyvern forces me to destroy a card on the field. I'll go with the Petite Pteranodon. Alright. Petite Pteranodon's effect will summon out from the deck. Xenometeorus. All of this without a Lost World, by the way. And now I'll activate the effect of Scrap Golem, summon back Scrap Raptor, link 4 into Arpelusa. Arpelusa, because she was made with 3 materials, will have 3 negates, so she'll be on 2400 attack. Now I'll activate my Monster Reborn, because this was an absolutely fucking cracked hand, apparently. So Monster Reborn will summon back, not from the deck, the Graveyard Joel. We'll summon back Baby Sarasaurus. Then go to the Graveyard, which was in my hand. Okay, Jesus Christ. Let's move this back. Alright, so gotta make the distinction between hand, field, grave, and deck. God. Alright, so we have a space left here. Alright, activate the effect of Xenometeorus. Destroy Baby Cerosaurus to special summon out from the deck my Frostosaurus. Then the effect of Baby will activate. Special summoning out from the deck. I don't believe I have any level 4 or lower dinos that I would like to be on the field, so I'll instead just go for a Petite Pteranodon, because our one of with Giant Rex is in our hand currently, so we don't need necessarily to have it. Alright, now keep in mind from this point on we are under the restriction that we are not able to special summon monsters from the extra deck, except Dragon, Dinosaur, Sea Serpent, and Worm monsters. So from this point we'll Xyz into a rank 6 Transcendosaurus Drillignathus, which is a dinosaur monster. Now we'll normal summon Scrap Chimera, special summon back Scrap Raptor. And now we'll synchro into a level 8 Borreload Savage Dragon. Borreload Savage will equip itself with the Scrap Wyvern Engrave, giving it 2 negates. So where is my other die? Here it is. 2. Alright, so from here we do still have all of this. Meaning, I'm going to activate Drillignathus' effect, detaching the Frostosaurus to summon back Miscellaneousaurus. Now I will overlay my Scrap Chimera and Miscellaneousaurus to summon out Abyss Dweller, which is a Sea Serpent, so I can summon it. Now I have 1 free Monster Zone slot, so I'll activate Double Evolution Pill, banishing from my grave Baby Cerosaurus and Scrap Golem. Banishing the 2 of them will summon me out from the deck. Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. God, it's so funny. I say that the exact same way every time. I think I've just not quite perfected, but definitely gotten more used to doing the YouTube voice. So this is our turn 1 board. We have a Graveyard Effect Floodgate. We have 1 Omni Negate. We have 3 Monster Negates, and we have a Monster Shutdown with more follow-up. And then in our hand, we have even more follow-up. And, once again, even more fucking follow-up. Alright, that's 1 test hand, alright? So, I'm now going to just do a quick 3-card combo that I remember and fucking adore. Alright, it is the main reason that I play 3 copies of Dark Hole, despite 2 of them being in the side deck. Alright, so, the 3 cards that we will need for this combo, alright, are Baby Cerosaurus, we've got Dark Hole, and Lost World. Alright, we are going to play as if those are the only 3 cards we have in the hand. And so, alright, I mean, what would be the 2 cards that we would draw into? Misk and Animadorned Archosaur literally couldn't be anything better, but we'll activate Lost World, summon Baby Cerosaurus, the opponent gets a token, activate Dark Hole, Baby is destroyed, and then instead of the Jura Egg token being destroyed, we'll instead destroy another copy of, where is he? Baby Cerosaurus. Now I actually did this play and like going second so that I would not only destroy my own baby, but I would also destroy all my opponent's monsters, and he called by my baby. So yeah. Then we've got 2 copies of Baby activating at the same time. Special summoning out from the deck, Soul Eating Oviraptor, and I mean, can't go wrong summoning another baby, right? Now, Ovi's effect will activate on summon, adding Misk to our hand. Then we'll immediately activate the effect of Misk, activate the effect of Ovi, pop the baby to special summon back the baby. Alright, and now the effect of the baby that was just destroyed will activate, special summoning out Scrap Raptor. Alright, now, so that's in the center, yep. So we'll activate the effect of Misk, banishing himself to summon out a level 1. The level 1 that we'll choose will just have to be Animadorned Archosaur. That might not have been the best idea, but oh well. Archosaur effect on summon will destroy the baby to add the double evolution pill. So, double Evo, and then the baby will special summon out from the deck Petite Pteranodon. So, we'll activate the effect of Scrap Raptor, destroying himself to add Scrap Chimera to my hand. So, this is a much more classic Scrap Raptor play. So, Scrap Chimera, special summon Scrap Raptor, link both of them up. Actually, no, hold on. Link Animadorned Archosaur into Link Karibo, then Link Karibo and Scrap Chimera into why am I looking there? Sorry, my brain's fried. Scrap Wyvern. Wyvern effect. Bring back Chimera. Pop Chimera. Special summon out from the deck. Scrap Golem. I'm so glad I don't have to use my rare copy of him. I can use the super from an OTS pack. I like that he's got a super printing. So that's in the hand. That's special summoned, and then Scrap Chimera forces me to destroy the Petite Pteranodon. Petite Pteranodon's effect will summon out Xenometeorus. So from here we'll activate Xenometeorus, destroy Scrap Raptor to special summon out the Frostosaurus. Then activate the effect of Golem to special summon back Scrap Raptor. Now we'll link the two of these into Borrelcode Dragon. Right. And then we'll Xyz these into the usual Transcendosaurus Drillignathus. Alright. Now, I'll Synchro into Borrelcode Savage. Borrelcode Savage effect on summon will attach Scrap Wyvern to itself, giving it 3350 attack. So he's on 2000. He's on 3000 because he's a dino. He's unaffected by Lost World, and then he's on 3350. So from here, activate Drillignathus. Summon back the banished Misk. Then activate Double Evo. Actually, I just thought of something even better. Don't use that yet, right? So we'll put him back under. Alright, so you wouldn't be allowed to do this, but this is actually a much better idea. Is banish the baby and the Link Karibo for double evolution. Special summon out the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, and then you can activate Drillignathus' effect. So you do that, special summon back the baby instead of the Misk, right? Because next turn you can, on your opponent's turn, activate the effect of UCT, pop the baby, summon out the Soul Eating Oviraptor, and then Ovi will add to your hand probably another Xenometeorus or Pank or literally anything you could need. So, yeah, probably a better idea than adding back the Misk, but the thing about putting the Misk back is he gives you the same level of recoverability. Just a thought. So, yeah, that is that 3-card combo. You end on essentially, like, literally, almost the exact same end board, but replace Borrelcode with that, and then probably also put an Abyss Dweller in there. Like, it's not much different, right? So I think that that's one of the best things about Dino. Alright, and that is the end of this video. So this recording is currently at 40 minutes. I'm not sure how long the actual video is at this point, but I'm not going to know for a while because my computer is basically dead and my what's it called? My laptop is no better. Like, it works, it's just shit. But yeah, so Dino is the absolute best deck in Yu-Gi-Oh! You cannot change my mind. While it does have some issues with consistency, I'm actually surprised that the very first hand that I drew here wasn't like, I don't know, maybe fucking this. Like, this would have been the worst hand to draw. Scrap Chimera, Double Evolution, Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, Ash, and Cold By, right? That would get saved with Misk, but, like, yeah, it's... I'm surprised that that wasn't the first hand I drew. I legit only did the one test hand and then the 3-card combo. But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you all for watching. Thank you all for getting that Dino video so big. I put a lot of work into it, and I'm glad that a lot of people really enjoyed it. And I'm glad as well that so many people on that video were asking when this video was going to be coming, my updated deck list for Wild Survivors. So keep in mind, this is a very budget build. I don't have Ground Zeno. I don't have things like Prosperity. I just have all the basic stuff. And I think for budget players, the Scrap Engine is really good, and just it almost can't be beaten in terms of like the amount that you get from it and the amount that it costs, right? The value for money on this, the bang for your buck, as it were, is nuts with the scrap package. So while it might not be the absolute best, it is definitely up there. But yeah, I just want to say thank you all for watching. I'll hopefully be uploading some more videos soon. I definitely still have that Cyber Dragon video, the So You Want to Play Cyber Dragon, in the works. It's gonna take a while, but I'm absolutely looking forward to making it. But yeah, I just want to say thank you all for watching. I really appreciate everyone that's patiently waited for this. It's been a long time coming, I know, and you can stop bitching at me now, so have fun, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.